Boom! Explosion, what's happening? Oh my gosh, that's what happened. What's up, fool? So check it. Mr. Stone episode 10, it started off with a real quick recap of last time. And if you remember from last time, the war was over and they just found Rambo's little sister. But now it's time to bring her back to life. Only problem is, she isn't exactly wearing a whole lot of clothes. And unless you want to have a very scared little girl lying naked in the floor, probably should get some clothes on her. Thankfully, this fool's Jaina, she know exactly what to do. And in like 2 seconds, she got a little dress and everything for her. Now, I'm not a fashionista or nothing like that. In fact, you probably shouldn't even be listening to me. I probably shouldn't even put this in here. But this dress, I like it. I'm not a big fan of orange, but considering the fact that this is all taking place in like 1000 BC, this actually works. The blue accents mixed with the orange goes perfectly good. This little furry stuff up here at the top of the neck, perfect. Kids love soft stuff that looks soft. If you remember, winter just ended, so it's gonna start getting hot, so these big holes right here let the outfit be completely breathable and everything. You know what? It works. I like it. However, I got one big criticism. This girl's like 6. And I don't remember seeing anybody make any chonis. You should probably make that a little bit longer, I'm just saying. So they get it on her and they start pouring the magic bat pee. Now this is the first time that any of the fools that have been there since the beginning are actually seeing somebody pop out the rock. So you can only imagine the crazy stuff that's going through their head right now. After they have their little miracle moment of, oh yes, this is the first time I ever seen it, I hope it works. The little girl, she pops out and she's like, somehow she immediately recognizes her brother. And then she says,
"Fool, you got old."
And after La Jaina has a little moment where she's like, oh, this fool's like me, going all crazy forever to take care of his little sister. And then the intro play. Y sabes que the intro played a little bit later than usual this time. This is like almost 3.5 minutes in. So after the intro, you see that everybody's packing everything up. It's time to go home. And that's when Güero, hold on, wait, no, watch out. You see right here? This is what I was talking about, that her little dress is too short. Ya ves? She's gonna have splinters on her butt now. I bet you did this on purpose. Anyway, Güero kidnaps a little girl, and while everybody's doing inventory check, they see that they're missing like some of the explosives. And Batman's like, fool, only one guy is quiet enough for them to do that. I would've hurt anybody else. At the same time, La Chiquita's gonna give some food to their little convict. But that one fool who looks like he should never be left alone with kids ain't standing guard no more. And so while La Chiquita goes up and says, hey fool, what you doing, dog? She see that he got knocked out like 3 times. 4 times. So she go check to see what's going on with the convict. But Perrito beat her to it and he shows her that she gone. Turns out that cop fool might have had something to do with it. That like he was gonna help her, but she's like, nah fool. De pal fool, I'm gonna, do my own thing. Go talk to Güero and say what's up for me. Boom! Explosion, what's happening? Oh my gosh, that's what happened. Somebody dropped a bomb on top of the magic bat pee cave. And by the looks of it, it was Pinky. And Payaso tells Mr. Stone, he's like, hey fool, it was obviously Pinky but she a bitch. So you know what that means, fool, you know what's up. So Mr. Stone, he take off running. And while he running away, Payaso make this face at baby Mr. Stone. So Rambo, he tells Güero, he's like,
fool, I need you to look after my little sister, okay? I'm gonna go say what's up to that bomb.
And as Rambo's walking away, Güero takes a chance and he tries to kill the little girl. But Rambo comes through and he blocks it. Only problem is, he blocked it with his chest, like his lung. So yeah, probably should have blocked it with your hand or something, fool. Or like kicked it or something, I don't know. So Güero, he puts Rambo over the cliff and he drops that fool off. And Mr. Stone, he try and go and save him. But Güero ain't about all that. So what Güero does, he comes up and he just gives him a kick. And as both of them fall off the cliff, Güero goes after him. And there go all 3 of them right up the river. And at the bottom of the river, when they get out of the water, Güero's like, I've been planning this for a minute, dog. I knew we were gonna be here. And he's like,
yeah, I kinda figured. I mean, why would you throw us off the cliff if you didn't?
And he lets Mr. Stone know that the way that he stabbed that fool, there's no way he's gonna get up. That fool's guaranteed gonna die. Interestingly enough, Mr. Stone is holding onto the wound for like Rambo to make sure that he doesn't bleed out. And also they made the moon into like devil horns and stuff. Anyway, while they're going back and forth, Güero fills him in on his little ideology. No lie, I really like this dynamic. Cause on one hand you got Mr. Stone, a technology restart for the whole planet, or you got Rambo, do you want the world run by kids, or do you go with Güero, a world run by like people who have a lot of power and money already? Like what would be the better option in this situation, I could see good arguments for all three, no lie. And since these are three different ideologies, obviously Mr. Stone doesn't want to help out Güero. So Güero he starts to attack him. And as Mr. Stone's about to make a run for it, he feels Rambo's hand hit him in the leg. He's like,
Fool, chill. Just give me a minute, okay? I'll get up.
He actually didn't say anything, but you know. Anyway, so Mr. Stone, he starts throwing rocks at freaking Güero. He's like,
Hey, fool, no, go away. I don't like you.
and as Güero's swatting the rocks away, they turn into birds. And as Güero's swatting away all the birds that are coming out of nowhere, he gets sucker punched in the gut. Rambo got back up and he's like,
Fool, I made a promise to Mr. Stone a long time ago that I'ma get that fool's back. And I got that fool's back.
and while they walking up, Mr. Stone and Rambo, they're talking about a plan. And when they come up with the plan, the fights start. So Güero and Rambo, they're fighting. And Mr. Stone, he goes booking it off to the side. And he gives Rambo the signal, he's like,
Hey, fool, jump.
so that fool jumps, and Mr. Stone lights a fire. But it doesn't end well because Güero knows what's up, and he puts out the flames, he gets Mr. Stone. Halfway through avenging Mr. Stone, Rambo gets pinned down. And he's like,
Oh no, this looks like it's the end for me.
but Mr. Stone, he roll up. He crawling like he's got his gut and whatever. And he's like,
Fool, I'm gonna make you explode, dog.
he's like, Charlie's way, you can't make me explode. And he doesn't really make him explode, but he does electrocute him. And now that that fool's knocked out, the fight is over. Rambo and Mr. Stone, they do the high five thing, and the episode ends. Y también I do too. So, if you like what you see, don't forget to like, comment, y subscribe. Y sabes que follow me on Twitter también. Y con eso, hasta luego.